Alrighty, ladies and gents, welcome back. Apologies again for the delay, as we just see the mop-up from Team Property, who win their third consecutive knife round as well. So we are going to be jumping into the action. You can see top left, the current score is 1-1. Team Property won the first map 16-12. Second map went the way very confidently in the end. HellRaisers, I can speak English, and that was 16-6. And now here we currently sit on Inferno, a map that both teams are pretty solid on. Inferno, historically, HellRaisers have done really well on this map, but not too long ago they got beat handedly from LGB 16-7 on Inferno in the ESL Cologne qualifier matchup. So that's going to send a couple of shivers down their spine. And Property are another team that do pretty solid on this map, so I think this is going to be another close one. Property starting on CT side is a massive collective breath of sigh of relief, I should say. So I think it was important for them to pick up that knife round, but here we go. Pistol round is going to be huge for the terrorists. Here we go, Mao and also Dumar both exchange frags, and you can see the terrorists very quickly are moving into the apps area. Kabum is here, misses a couple of opportunities, and that's probably going to be the end of his life. Benji from behind sneaks his way all the way up through Banana, round the backhand. And again, I wonder if Kabum lands that frag and the second one as well. This round could be by and large over. But Benji connects the shot, point blank range, looking for a second shot as well. Gets that one, double headshots. And our Property in a 3-on-1 with Mao just on 8 HP. And he's been picked off. Team Property get the first round. Kabum's slight mistake doesn't make that much difference. Life and ammo again. Oh my god, Gaben, please. What I'll do, guys, at the end of this round, I'll quickly reconnect to the server. This is an issue. Hashtag just Gaben things. Feel free to join the effort. Apologies. Thanks for bringing that up to me as well, by the way. Whoever that was. I didn't quite catch your name in chat, but thank you. But, force buy up from HellRaisers. Have themselves Tech 9s and Kevlar. Again, looking like they're going to go through the apps rather than the B, but there's still a lot of time. This is fairly standard, honestly, for terrorists. You're going to stack around apps. There's always that opportunity to rotate back round through Banana, but the fact that they have nobody in Banana maybe throws a spanner in the works, because for all I know, the CTs have pushed down towards the log area and are going to get a couple of easy frags, but has gone pretty decently for the terrorists thus far up until the point there. Zenda with the FAMAS just sprayed out on an enemy. Angel misses a couple of opportunities, finally finishes it off on the third or fourth time asking, and there is Twist. So let me just quickly restart the server. Gaben, please sort this out, bro. Shouldn't take long. Right, there we are. Sorry, dudes. Sorry, dudes. We're back. You haven't missed anything. Just missed like 5-10 seconds of third round. I apologise, but it's an eco round anyway, so HellRaisers very unlikely going to be getting this. Rip. Just Gaben things. Good. We're getting somewhere. The hashtag it's alive and well right now. Kuchelo is going to use that P250 to devastatingly strong effect, but again, it's HellRaisers who are coming out second best, and this is the reason why I said that knife round was pretty huge, because this is definitely a CT-sided map. I don't think anyone is going to argue against that. And so for Team Property to somewhat settle themselves down and calm their nerves after that brutalizing performance on Dust 2 where they got smashed 16-6, I think getting some early rounds is really important for them and their confidence going forward here. Still not showing health. Gaben, hello? Hello? Gaben? I'll try again. I'm sorry, guys. You can see the health on the left and right hand sides, though. I know that's not fantastic, but there you go. I'll restart my game then. I'll wait till next eco round, guys, and I'll do it then, so you don't really miss anything. Anyway, here we go. HellRaisers have had the smoke block off the Banana push. Now, for all I know, the CTs are very aggressively going up. This is something that Freiburg will do a lot on NIP. But unbeknownst to HellRaisers, in actual fact, Benji has pulled himself all the way towards the car side of Banana. He's now ebbing and flowing between the two of them. Dozzy is down to 12 HP. Mo down to 50. 30 seconds. They have to start pushing onto this A site. The problem is they've lost the first player in the process, which desperately hampers that push. Second frag coming in as well. 20 seconds. And this is very likely going to be the 4-0 now for Team Property. Angel does get a retaliation frag, but that's all it's going to be. And there we go. The kills do come on in. I think what they were saying is the bottom left and the bottom right hand part of your screen, you can't see the ammo and you can't see the HP on the players at hand, which is true. It's not working. But you can see them on the left and the right of the screen, so I will restart this. Maybe at half time we'll do it instead, so I don't cut out any of the action. Nice one deke from Adrent onto Cabum, who went walkies in mid. Without smoke or flashbangs, I mean, you've got to half expect that that fast second mid push would be on its track. So I think it's a bit of a misplay from Kabum. It may not cost too dearly, though, because he realises that HellRaisers are on an eco. Though they do have an AK-47 now in the hands of Adrent, who has on full HP. Here we go, the spray down in effect from Zender. Gets 2 frags in quick succession. The Mao, or Mo, I've got to get used to saying his name, man. It just goes against how I read English. Mo did return before being taken out. This is a decent round for HellRaisers, all things considered. If they can just pick up this frag onto Benji, who's the only player on B, and let's take it on board with these two. If Benji comes out second best, this should be a bomb plant. The problem is it's going to be very difficult for Dozzy with a P250 to come out ahead with 29 HP. The issue is that they're waiting for the second play. You can see Kutcher coming all the way around the back. And he's gone to... Oh, it's so unfortunate. He's gone to Ruins instead. And now there's almost an era of desperation. Dozier has to go for this peak. There's 10 seconds. He has to go for it. He's been picked off. Fair enough. Kutcher likely will get this kill in return. But with 5 seconds, they can't get the bomb. They can't get the bomb planted. And Team Property will get it. And that was a 50-50 call. If Kutcher goes towards Banana, he gets the kill. And the bomb's planted. And who knows, on a 2-on-2 there, every chance they can clutch that round out. Unfortunate. Now I can see the health again. Is it just the terrorist where it's not working? Oh, it just returned. Okay, that's... I mean, that's interesting. Gaben, you're crazy. You're weird. Well, it's fixed itself. So there you go. I don't need to restart anything. See, someone told me it was Moo. Then I got told it was Mo. And then I got told it was Mao. So, who knows? HellRaisers by and large doing the same tactic over and over again. They line up for Duman. He gets 3 quick fire kills. Completely shuts down the push. And the bomb's been dropped just outside of Apps as well. That could have not gone any better for Team Property if they tried. And this is quickly looking like cash. But Team Property like 8-1 ahead on their CT side. Fantastic start for the Swedes. Couple kills being exchanged now. Twist on the site is doing work. He finishes things off nicely. And Team Property only lose 2 players. Dumas with that triple spray down was just phenomenal from App. So they did kind of run into his crosshair as well, I will say. But still, nice control over that spray. Skating glitch confirmed. Yeah, man. It's ice skating. Make a really obscure pun on ice skating now, which like no one would have got in chat. Tall and Dean. Let's just not go there, okay? Maybe Folly would have actually. I think Folly's the only guy that would have got that. Twist is pushing down into the crosshairs of Angel this time. He did get a frag beforehand. There's Benji as well, so good work from the C2s, who this time stacking 3 players in Banana, mixing things up. I like to see this from Property because one of the main reasons they got so brutally crushed on Dust 2 is they refused to change anything on their CT side, even when it wasn't working. So already seeing a couple of... That's going to catch me off guard every time I see Mo do that. He's just like walking by, just skating, surfing his way towards the site. And he has picked up the frag, skating his way to victory, it would appear. A 2-on-3. I was going to say that Property are changing things up. The problem is, though, they have to try and fend off this onslaught from the terrorists who are pushing through the Molotov. And Adren will get the upper hand onto Benji, who goes looking. I think he was expecting that Adren would still be in Banana, waiting for that Molotov to clear. It doesn't matter at the end of the day, though. Property take their 7-0, and there's not too much to talk about, really, here. I mean, HellRaisers, they're just being battered. They're being taken to pieces from Property. In fairness, we haven't really seen any set plays from HellRaisers. Maybe that's one thing that they could start to throw in a tiny bit more. We've seen the standard smokes landing onto the B site. Other than that, no real set plays on towards A. Maybe this is something that we're going to start to see changed up from HellRaisers. There's a pop flash in, but slightly too fast on the draw's end. That gets the frag onto Adren. Was only about half a second too quick. And great crosshair placement as well. This is a key thing that the pros do so well. You can see the crosshair placement, even if it gets flashed, it's still head height towards where mid is. So he knows if he just taps a couple bullets and someone pushes him, he's still going to get a frag regardless of whether he has vision or not. But even though he has picked up that first kill of the round, HellRaisers just barrel into the site, the strength in numbers mentality, and so far so good for them. Dozier is extremely low. In fact, all three of HellRaisers are in fairness. 39 on Mo, 26 on Angel, 7 on Dozier. A couple bullets would put them down. I think the CT's probably going to go for this one. They've got the economy to just buy up next round regardless of what happens. But no, they want to save with those M4s and keep the economy ticking forward. So fair enough. Fair play to them. 7-1 now is going to be the score.
Terrorists win.
Why isn't Rahim casting? Because I am, bro. He does the E-frag stuff, I believe. So good round for HellRaisers. Nothing too fancy about that strat there. Nothing too... no frills CS, honestly. It's just solid play, like meat and potatoes play. Going for the entries and then converting it into the bomb plant and holding off. However, it's not a tactic that you can do too often and get away with. So I think it may not paint the full picture of how this map's been going so far. HellRaisers have lost the first player once again, jumping to the right-hand side. Gets tagged a bunch of times. Does Dozier. So with 9 HP, he just has to back away. He simply cannot afford to go back in for seconds there because he will be on the receiving end of a guaranteed death. 1 minute left on the timer. HellRaisers now backing over towards the A side. This is the problem, though. Other than the one round they picked up, which is just ruthless aggression and going for those return frags, when it comes to the set plays, when it comes to Property, being able to see what's coming at them, they're likely just going to get the kills. And, well, you can see here that the boost up from Kabom is just more than good enough to fend off this push. That flash is pretty sick from HellRaisers, though. It completely blinds up Kabom. Perfectly timed pop flash. He had no chance to turn tail and run away. Nice couple kills for HellRaisers, but all things considered, it's still a 3-on-2 with both players close to death. So the bomb will be planted, which is a saving grace for HellRaisers. But when you consider they just broke their round loss bonus, if they were to lose this without keeping a weapon in their hands, maybe a pretty much a bare bones buy-up. The question now is, can Team Property even regress back onto the site? Which may not be long for this world. There we go, the execution-style point-blank headshot. Last player's been spotted. Dozier somehow still alive. And that Molotov gets blocked off from the site. Dozier is somehow still not dead. And he may very well keep this AK-47 going through to the next round, even though the bomb was defused. You can see what he was trying to do. He was trying to peek around the corner, throw the Molotov, stop the bomb from being defused, but it got blocked from the player that was looking up. So kind of like a pinball Molotov. And it's a late call here from HellRaisers. They didn't seem too sure on this one. But they do opt to go for the force buy. Three Tech 9s, 2 AK-47s. Team Property going to just play their standard. We've seen them pushing down Banana a bunch of times with 2 or 3 players. This time it's going to be more standard towards the A site. Respecting the prowess on A, which definitely has been the weaker of the 2 sites, I'd say, from Property, and the one that HellRaisers have tried to exploit more times. There's a Tech 9 rush right out of apps, and this is a reason why, even with a team like Force Spines with AKs and Tech 9s, you can never count them out. Tech 9 is a brutal weapon at close range. You can still just execute people through full armor, full head armor and everything. So, again, that's kind of another exhibit there to just prove that point. And with his 3-on-3, you know, HellRaisers are in pretty good shape to clutch this round. There are a lot of grenades, including 2 Molotovs from Property, one of which has just been thrown, 2 of which have just been thrown now. But HellRaisers have good post-plant positions. You can see here Angel from the backside, completely catching Benji unawares. A 2-on-2, but both players from the CTs are very low. A 1-on-1 now. Is there enough time to defuse this bomb? He's gone for it. He's going to fake this one, try and draw out the last remaining terrorist. He's got the frag, but he's not going to be able to save that weapon or defuse. And HellRaisers do get their second. So, I would say 5 rounds is workable here from HellRaisers on the CT side. I'd say maybe even 4 at a push could be if they win the pistol. And now this is dangerous situations for Team Property, because yes, they've got weapons this round, but it includes 2 5.7s, which tells you instantly that they're strapped for cash, and they will be next round. So if they lose this, likely going to be an eco, and HellRaisers could leapfrog to 8-4, which is a scoreline that definitely could be good enough for them going forward, and then from there on in, they could even pick up 6 rounds on this half, maybe even 7, if they're going a massive tear. So maybe questioning this force by a tiny bit from Team Property. But maybe they just want to break that economy back from HellRaisers as soon as they possibly can. The fact of the matter is, though, in round 11, they've lost 2 players with a minute to play with. This bomb will be planted. Tight right corner from Dozia. This is going to be a rough retake from the CTs. They've only got a smoke in the hands of Dumas and full grenades on Kaboom, but no defuse kit. So maybe they're just going for exit frags at this point right now. Now they're actually going in to try and defuse this, and in doing so, they're going to lose weapons. So this is the next strange decision for me from Team Property. The force spy, fair enough. I can kind of get behind that if you want to break the economy, but rushing in a 3-on-3 when you have no defuse kit and you know that you're out weaponed is a bit odd. They are going to save the AK. Stylish play from Cabum, and he's like, yep, the weapon's going to come to me. I'm all good. But this is the reason why I said it was a bit of a strange position to rush in with those 3 weapons. They now have no economy to play with at all. If they save the extra M4, the extra couple weapons, they could now force up with maybe another couple pistols or just save for the next round. And try something janky out of left field and catch the HellRaisers squad off guard. But as it stands, it's likely going to be 8-4. So, HellRaisers started this half in such a precarious position, but they are dragging it back. They're building their T-side brick by brick. And Angel with another double kill is putting Property on the back foot. They're against the ropes. That's a beautiful headshot there from Dumas with the P2000, but all it's going to do is briefly fend off this push, which is coming back in twice as strong from HellRaisers. In actual fact, I like this play from there. Realize that the likelihood is that a rotation came over from Property, and that AK-47 could do strong work in a bottleneck like the B alley. So instead, go over to A, which is much more out in the open. It's much easier to aggress them from multiple angles and pick off a vulnerable player by himself, and that's exactly what's happened. So good call from HellRaisers. They are going to get their 4th round on the board here. No doubts about that. Zender, I think, wants to maybe try and pick up a weapon from Banana, but he's going to walk right into Dozia. Oh, Dozia's spray wasn't fantastic there, but he got the kill regardless. And now HellRaisers come back from an 8-0. No, sorry, pardon me. 8-1 to 8-4. It was 7-0 and then 8-1. I can count, honestly. So finally, Property do have themselves enough weapons to make a go of this round. No AWP, though. No defuse kits either. Again, we're seeing this triple man stack on Banana, and it's going to pay out dividends for Twist as Angel maybe too aggressive, maybe getting carried away there. Pushes through the smoke by his lonesome. And in doing so, plays right into the hands of property. And our HellRaisers potentially all bark and no bite this round. But a lot of bullets downrange up onto Banana. Didn't really connect too many shots. Just Carbom and Dumar dropped to about 80 HP respectively, both of them. But they are getting kills elsewhere. And again, they are trying to make the absolute most of mid onto A. And there has been the weakness from property, so you can understand this. Finding that chink in the armor, then explode to the maximum extent. But there is Carbom from mid. And the next frag from Zender. So a good hold from Team Property, who get their 9th round. But again, HellRaisers, if they can get another round here, you know, 5 or 6, if they can finish the half on 5, I think they'll be happy. 6, they'll be ecstatic with that. 4 is still doable. Important to keep into account what map we're playing. And of course, HellRaisers CT side is absolutely fantastic. And Property historically are a team that struggle on T side. So again, this is something that I think is going to slightly start to favour HellRaisers if they can get a 5th or 6th round here. Benji with a good hold onto the site, trying to make sure that's not a reality. Just a Tech9 and a Dren, but again, we've already spoke about this. Tech9's more than good enough, and because of where his teammate fell, just next to the wagon on Banana, he's able to pick up that AK-47 and nearly gets the frag onto Twist as well through the smoke. Very close. But not getting the kill. HellRaisers trying to go back to the drawing board here mid-round. Call some mid-round strats. Trying to adapt and be as fluid as possible. You can see here that because of the amount of time and effort that HellRaisers have put down onto mid through onto A, Team Property are respecting that. And in doing so, they've put 3 players on A, which leaves just 2 on B. Now, B is more than holdable with 2 players, but let's see if that's going to be the case here, as Zend is going to be by his lonesome, because Benchy's just hiding in dark. He's waiting for his opportunity to strike, but he misses every single bullet by and large. That's going to be a free plant to HellRaisers. So a round that looked like Property should be able to hold on for dear life, suddenly is anything but simple. And what's the economy like? The economy is so poor for Property that they pretty much have to save these weapons. There's no point rushing in, losing these weapons, then being on a force buy of a few 5.7s or maybe a mag 7, something like that. Instead, they want to keep things with 5 weapons going forward into the 15th round. So HellRaisers will get their 5th round. Can they get the 6th? Can they make this into a great advantageous position for themselves? Guys, try not to spoil in chat. It's such a douchey thing to do. If people wanted to know the score, they go on HLTV themselves. Just be respectful of other people, man. And mods, if you see people spoiling, feel free to time them out. I don't want to have to put it on sub-only mode, guys. Value your freedom. Benji, 5.7 in hand. Rest of Property on bare bones buy-up. But this is still good enough. 10-5 would be still a pretty decent half-time score, and I think they'd have taken that at the start of the half, but all things considered, they'll be a bit disappointed. Here comes a push, and it's going to be right into the hands of Dumar, who's consistently changed his position up here. Sometimes he's on the truck, sometimes he's on site, and this time he was deep in pit. And you can see them checking on the balcony. And somehow HellRaisers are still in this round, where they were for a few moments before Twist showed up to spoil the party of the terrorists. And now Mo is just surrounded and has been put down. 10-5 now. Again, I think Property at the start would be very happy with the 10-5. But considering that they were 8-1 ahead, I think they'll be a bit disappointed there. And A does seem to be something they may need to go back to the drawing board and think of, you know, how can we adapt to this? How can we make sure that A is absolutely locked down? Still, though, all to play for. This is still incredibly difficult for me to call. If HellRaisers win this pistol, they are right back into this game. You're expecting 10-8, and then on CT side, HellRaisers likely will be in a position to just strike. I mean, to be fair, the way that HellRaisers CT side sometimes shapes up, even if they lose this pistol and go 13-5 behind, I still wouldn't necessarily count them out. Here we go, though. Right back into the fray. Both teams going at it. Full force, rushing through mid. But HellRaisers are getting the upper hand in the early stages of this round. USP is so strong at just tapping across from mid. Now we go again, Dozier. And there's Angel. It's all on Cowboy in the apps. Players to find and frag. He does have a Glock in his hands and is able to put down Dozier. But in doing so, they know exactly where he is. Comes around the corner. There's a second. And a third frag. Surely not. Surely this isn't going to be a clutch. This is a huge round as well for HellRaisers. If they lose this, it is so detrimental. But Mo, whatever you want to call him, stands there on mid and delivers the fatal blow. Cowboy, that would have been sick. That would have been absolutely sick. But as it stands, it's 10-6. Gotta feel sorry for him there. Those are such demoralising moments when you nearly pull off a clutch, like a sick clutch, and then you just miss out in the end. I'm not even going to say he failed at the end, because he very nearly got the last kill as well. So, 3 SMGs on the side of HellRaisers. And with Property having Tech 9s and Kevlar, those SMGs aren't going to be as much of a nuisance. They're not going to be as potent as they would have been if this was a full-on eco. That being said, though, Mo catches them in transition towards Archers, gets them on the side, and that 50 bullets of death and destruction from the P90 is going to rip HellRaisers, well, I should say Team Property to shreds, really, because Mo wasn't shooting his teammates. That's just great casting, Vince. Either way, here comes the retaliation pushing from the CTs after the bomb plant. It's decent of the CTs to potentially lock this on with 3 players remaining, even if it is a bomb plant. It was a full committed buy from Property, and this will be likely an eco coming through from Property. They could force it up, but I'd like to see them go with AK-47s through to the next round instead. Thanks, Pop. Do you think HR is playing like a rank 11 team, especially against the rank 24 team? No, I don't think HellRaisers is playing well today at all. I don't think they've shown up properly. I do want to give Property a bit more credit, though. I think they've played very well today. But as we know in Counter-Strike, it's not necessarily how you start that counts, it's how you finish. And HellRaisers started, well, to put it one way, bad. Let's just say bad. There's other words that are coming to mind, but none that I can actually say while casting this. But they're finishing strong. There is a chance that Property could get this round, however, in an eco. Angel and Dozzy are both extremely low, just 40 HP between the two of them. Dumas on 90, Benji on 58 with Kevlar. 50 seconds to play with, but that bomb is in a bit of a precarious position. Has just been picked up. The spin around from Dumas connects onto Angel, and now it's all on Dozier. Can he play this one perfectly? There's the first frag. The bomb, however, was not dropped in the process, so it will be planted here from Benji on the site. Out in the open as well. There's many different positions that Benji could go to post-plant scenario, but if Dozier pushes around this corner, he's a dead man, and there we go. Benji playing it to perfection. 11-7. Got that bug again where the hand and clothes are all completely black. Gaben, please. I feel like Gaben's popped up quite a few times in this best of 3. Dobadom, yes, I still live in the northeast of England. So Property, after winning that round, resume and regain their 4-round advantage. Again, though, this is a CT-sided map, and we are talking about HellRaisers on the CT-sided map. That Molotov trying to draw out any pesky terrorists that are hiding behind sandbags. The issue there is that they got the Molotov down, but then got flashed straight afterwards. So really, you don't learn much from that position. That's kind of a Molotov expended for nothing. Typically, you want to throw that Molotov and then get the players as they cross away. So that is a bit of utility. It can be scratched away. And not too effective, not too efficient either. All things considered though. Benji lurking on B, trying to make noise, trying to keep the CTs interested on the B site while the rest of property start to push onto the A site. 4 players stacking, looking like they're going to go onto arches, and here they come. But Mo gets the first frag in that confrontation, 28 seconds. Still 2 players on the CTs are going to be lurking on this site. And this is the correct play as well. And yes, they're going to have terrorists coming down left, right, and center, and they're going to be breathing down the necks of the CTs. But still, they're holding on firm here. Kabum gets the frag onto Angel, looking for the second one as well. But there's Dozier with 2. Nearly gets himself a third. He's going to be waiting for that player. He picks it up. This is ridiculous. And Dozier gets a 4th. Unbelievable. I'm mind blown. What a fantastic hold from Dozier. A play that should be team properties 99 out of 100 times. And Dozier just pimp slaps them all away. And he says, this is my site, get out of my house. Cannot believe what Dozier just pulled off there. That was sick. And those are the kind of plays that breaks the enemy mentally. So how are property going to bounce back after that? Huge plays from Dozier. I can't say enough about that. And here comes the retaliation. Sometimes the best way of just dusting off the cobwebs is going for an all-out rush from team property and trying to get the adrenaline back into those hands. And it's going to be the frags. Once again, falling the way of the CTs. Can't really blame property, though. Get on my property, get it. I do, that's sick. I should have said that. Remark, I apologise. I bow down to the pun master. I did get a chance to watch Sevo 7, yes, for those of you that were asking. But let's take it back on board in this round. There's a couple of moments of silence descended on the battlefield as Team Property are trying to manoeuvre themselves into a vulnerable position from HellRaisers. But again, HellRaisers are playing this one by and large perfectly. Strange, like the roles are reversed here. The T's are at CT spawn. And for a few moments, it looked as though Angel was going to go down towards T-steps. But instead, Dozier again. He just seems like he's in a different level at this point. He's tapping across to his heart's content. It's all in Benji. The bomb is not in his hands. 10 seconds to play with. He's going to be looking for this frag. But there's Dozier with another headshot. He moves on to 14 for 13. Look at the score across the board on both teams. No one's necessarily standing out for positive reasons. Adren maybe standing out. The only player not to hit double digits right now. But still, no one necessarily exploding into this map. It's just been small moments and small glimmers of individual brilliance like Dozier's performance there. Dumas nearly 1v4 pistol clutch as well in the 16th round. This could go right down to the wire, ladies and gents. Dozier again. This time upon coils, just spamming down with that FAMAS. That flashbang was disgusting. And Mo is going to reap the rewards with a double frag. And again, the terrorists are being shut down by another flashbang. CT's best friend is the flashbang on Inferno. And that was 2 consecutively that just totally melted the eyes of Team Property. They could not see anything. Were put 6 foot under. And HellRaisers now have brought back that deficit to just 1 round. And this is what I was talking about. HellRaisers on CT side, man. Never count them out. Back to square one for Team Property. And those grenades are doing so much damage. Mo with the spray down, as soon as they come through, switches to his US speed. This should be another kill, really. There's a deagle against him, but no armor. Easily shreddable. 4 rounds in a row now to HellRaisers. 11-11. What do you guys reckon? Overtime? Do you guys believe? Or do you think HellRaisers potentially going to take this? Or do you think Property can bounce back on their T side and start to poke and probe their way to victory? What do you guys reckon? I'll check in a couple seconds. 1 minute left. Well, 1 minute and 20 left on the timer. Property, again, going for almost an identical play. I mean, this is just, honestly, Inferno 101. You're not expecting anything really different from this unless a team's going to go for an all-out push through mid. Or maybe onto banana. But I would say fast banana plays out of eco rounds are a thing of the past now. It's very easy for the CTs to just throw down one smoke, and that absolutely kills a fast push from the terrorists. Could have the waterfall strat as well, just all piling out of apps, but again, the way that HellRaisers have been locking down, I'm not expecting that to work. So Property have to just go for the entry frags at this point, I feel like. They have to try and work mid like HellRaisers did against them. They seem much more content to push B, and the issue there is, well, there's that man Dozia, who suddenly just became God. So good luck, my friends, on taking this B site. 20 seconds to go. That's a nice frag, though. Maybe that's just what the Docs were ordered. Then Angel is that. And you can see the CT's called this one. 16 seconds, this bomb will be planted. So a decent round for Property. And Dumas is a player that tends to shine in clutch scenarios. We've already seen him clutch a couple times on Cash. We nearly saw him clutch before on this map. Maybe this is his moment. He has no flashbangs, nothing really to go for. Has to go for that peak. I can understand the play. His post-plant position wasn't necessarily the greatest, but because he had no utility, he was very much aware of the fact that someone could already be on CT, peering across and catch him on the cross, and he only had 50 HP. Or maybe someone's coming up through banana and just shoots him on the side. So he kind of had to go for that place. And the peek, if he peeks there, and they both line up perfectly, and he gets a double headshot, he looks like a genius. Kind of unfortunate. But the bomb plant still came in for Team Property, which allows them to buy up with more grenades coming through here to the 24th round. And that's going to give them a tiny bit of confidence as well. You know, Dozzy is not unkillable. Yeah, it's possible I derped my words, guys. Would have thought that speaking English is like a prerequisite for being a caster. Nah. Sometimes my tongue doesn't work. Kappa. There's a frag onto Kabum, who's just like peeking, and Kutcher gets the kill through the smoke there. I don't know if he knew too much about that, but it's a position that you do see players preemptively spraying at before players get round there. Especially if the terrorists are playing slow, which Team Property have by and large done. And HellRaisers, there is a real danger now from Property that HellRaisers could just start to pull away with this game. There's the pop flash once more. Here comes the peak as well. They fall for it a second time. This time it's more of a balanced acquisition of frags from HellRaisers. The bomb will be planted again from Dumar, and I'm getting a bit of deja vu. This time it's a 1v3, so it's a bit more stacked against him. Well, he just got put down with authority from Mo. That was a big no in the face. 13 to 11.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Vac ban. It's one-way smoke, I feel. And even if it wasn't one-way smoke, it's a position that it's not unheard of to see CTs just preemptively shooting there. Especially if they heard noise. I think they heard like a flashbang go off beforehand. That Icarus fell though, please. It's such a tease, such a sick-looking weapon. So, the HellRaisers comeback, I think you can say, has been secured. Now the question is, can they jump to the finish line? There's Dozya through the smoke. I'm expecting to see some more Vax out in the chat now after that one. But again, it's a position that you're expecting to spray down. He does get tagged from the AWP, but unfortunately from the perspective of the Swedes from Team Property, it was through a wall, I believe, and maybe even legged him as well. So it just dropped down to 24 instead of dropped 6 foot under. There's the Vax. The Vac train is real. 35 seconds left. And the terrorists, again, they're just bunching up in banana. And this is something that we've seen so often from them. They may get the upper hand this time, though. Whereas before, HellRaisers have typically had 2 players on site already with their feet planted on the ground. This time they caught them in transition, and there's 3 players stacked to A. So I think HellRaisers may have made a miscall. They're probably going to end up regretting that decision. But all things considered, their CT side has still been super solid. And they will have themselves a round advantage. Now, I think what they want to do is choke out the terrorists and make sure these weapons are lost. Oh my goodness, the damage is real right now. On to the terrorists. They're only going to keep Twist alive. But for how long is the question? They see the barrel of the gun sticking through. And no weapons will continue through to the next round. Now, yes, Property will be able to buy up. But you look at their economy. They're going to be skimping out on a couple of grenades here. And they're going to have to be forced to go with a Galil. Maybe 2. Yeah, Twist has to go for one as well. So you see the difference. You see the difference that saving 2 or 3 weapons can make here for the terrorists. They win the round, and yet they are way behind in terms of weaponry. You can see at the top, 31,000 value compared to 20,000. That's massive. That's now been dropped even further. 16,000 left as Benji gets himself wrecked by the hands of Angel, who loses nothing in the process. Oh, the spray was very nearly on perfect point there. Pixel perfect from Angel. He dies, but again, look at HellRaisers. They have another 2 players here. The terrorists are not expecting this. They're walking into a trap. And although they do get a couple kills in return, again, it's Dumar in a 1v2. Are you noticing a pattern here, guys? I really like this play from him. Pushes through the smoke, but he's made some noise. The player in Ruin surely has heard this. That is Mo. Now, this is where it's so frustrating to be watching from the casting viewpoint. Of course, there's no way that Dumar knows that if he just rushes to A, he's got that bomb planted. And because he's been spotted and Mo hasn't seen him cross towards CT side, Kutcher has all the information he needs. He can just come up banana. He can just sit here and bide his time. And this is a round that surely is going to be going the way of the CTs. Mo's now gone looking. 26 seconds. That Molotov is going to pretty much confirm what they already thought. Mo should get the drop onto Dumar, and there we go. Right into the chest of the final Team Property member. And HellRaisers pick up their 14th round. Unfortunately for Dumar. I think he played that one pretty much as well as he could have, all things considered, but CS is an unforgiving game. You either win or you lose. And Team Property just lost that round, and that's going to be them Tech 9s with armor. Should be the 15th round now for HellRaisers. Barring a miraculous play from Team Property, are they going to go for just ruthless aggression onto A? Tech 9s definitely could support that play. Now coming in a 4th player onto the A site. And with these smokes down, this over-rotation, you can understand why they've gone from it from the CT's perspective. But look at that bomb. It's snaking its way towards B site. Only players there, Dozier. But we've already seen that Dozier, he can put the hammer down. That smoke stops them from pushing for a little while longer. And there's a second smoke as well, thrown from Arches, I believe. So they want to double smoke that. So the CTs are saying, yeah, come at me, bro. If you want to push through the smoke, you're welcome to do so. But you're going to be running into an M4 on Dozier. Good luck to you. And because these smokes have taken and eaten so much time out of this round, there's only 25 seconds or thereabouts to push onto the site. And Mo is there as well. So Zender went for the bait, trying to draw back Mo towards the other side. But look at this. HellRaisers are just putting bullets to faces. Getting the frags where it counts. 20 seconds. The bomb will be planted. Twist misses that up shot. Gets it on the second time of asking if they can get this kill. Onto Dozier. They could potentially pull this one out the fire. Because Twist with this AWP could definitely do work. Misses the second shot, which is pretty crucial. His teammate of Dumar is about to come under heavy duress, and he has fallen down. And here we go. There's Twist with another couple. He's looking for the third. So unfortunate from Property. We nearly saw the sick clutch. But instead, HellRaisers do have the time to defuse this bomb. And we will be at 15-12 with Team Property able to buy up some AK-47s, I'm assuming here. I'm pretty sure they can buy up some. Yeah, they can buy up like a couple, but it's not going to be a great buy once again. AK on Dumas. It's a Tech 9 on Zenda. In fact, they're going for a Galil to make sure they can get the extra grenade and armor. So just the 1 AK, just the 2 assault rifles overall. This looks like it may have 16-12 written all over it, ladies and gents. It did go down to the wire. That grenade is poor from the terrorists. Gaben. Gaben. Thank you. They do still have enough smokes and grenades to play with, though. 4 smokes still in the hands of Team Property, plus a couple Molotovs. I'm very surprised that Cabin would go for that push without smoke down. I can understand trying to catch the enemy off guard, but he's by himself. So what you typically want to do as terrorists is you want to get the revenge frags. If someone falls down, you want to have someone else there holding their hand. So you go one-on-one and trade. So Cabin just rushing out by himself. I'm not sure I like that play. Who knows? Maybe it's still going to pay out for Property. Again, the bulk of the terrorists, in fact, all the terrorists, occupying Banana for a few more seconds, but very quickly you can rotate towards a 2-2 formation for HellRaisers. All 4 players are nice and healthy on HP. All 4 players have a bunch of grenades to play with and flashbangs. This is a rough ask for Property. What they desperately need, what could be the determining factor here, is the entry frag onto A. If they don't get the first kill on A, lights out. The map and this best of 3 series go to HellRaisers. Can they pull it off? They're pushing in. You can see the position though from the CTs is pixel perfect. Dumas does get 1, but I said they need the first entry. They don't land it. And now Dumas is in a horrible, horrible place. This is a nightmare scenario for him. 10 seconds. He could get to the site and plant this. But all Mo has to do is spam through that box as soon as he's done planting, and that's pretty much it done. Dumas with the grenade lands by Mo. Can he get this frag? No, he can't. Mo picks it up. And that will see us go to 16-12 to HellRaisers. And they win the best of 3, 2-1 overall. What a match that was. Property won the first map. HellRaisers came back to win the next 2. And they do win the match overall. Hope you've enjoyed this, guys. I've been Metis. Feel free to hit the follow button. We're going to go into the outro. I'm going to play some music and I'll keep streaming afterwards. Some personal chill games with you guys. So, I'll catch you in just a few moments.